First of all, it's a pleasure to be here again with WHD, my favorite organization in the world, and the work that Dr. Basit does for all of us to make sure that we are creating a diverse world is immaculate. Now, I would just like to ask all of us and our distinguished guest, His Majesty and all the Royal Highnesses and everyone that's watching us here on Facebook, let us give a moment of silence as we usher in a new world filled with love, peace, harmony, and making sure that we do diversity inclusion. I will start by singing a song, a snippet, 400 years ago. Now, I like to look at myself as a melting pot. 400 years ago, my ancestors were transported from Africa through slavery, and I'm native to America as a First Nation indigenous person, as well as European ancestry. So the songs of the African-American spirituals are relevant today as we look at social justice and we look at the SDG 16 goals. And I want us all to just do something right now. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. Hold on just a little while longer. And everything will be all right. Everything will be all right. Now, when we look at the SDG goals of the 16, we look at peace, justice, and strong institutions. Now, the official United Nations official wording is promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development, provide access to justice for all, and build an effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels. Now, the goal has 12 targets to be achieved by 2030. When we look at royalty now, with royalty, I tell everyone, it comes with such great responsibility. I'll start with giving a quote from Her Majesty the Queen Elizabeth II, who's the longest reigning monarch in British history. Family does not necessarily mean blood relatives, but often a description of a community, organization, and nation. With this being said, as a royal, my position is to be available and accessible for all. As I've mentioned to you, I am a melting pot, and I see myself as an individual that wants to create one world and one nation. And one way that I do that is through the use of the arts. As the founder of New Generation in Action, and our main agenda is AFI World Peace Initiative, we have executed over 300 Zoom events in the midst of pandemics with partners, worked with UNESCO Center for Peace to also work with youth and education, with STEM and STREAM, and the work goes on and on and on. But as the Royal Highness stated earlier, Indigenous people and Indigenous lifestyles are the key to economic sustainability, and to make sure that the Indigenous people around the world, who are the gatekeepers of knowledge, who are the gatekeepers and beacon of the truth, are also sustained. Our organization works with the Indigenous people and the permanent mission, as well as using films, media as a voice. Now, I'm going to show you a trailer that's very important right now, because one of the things that we're forced to deal with in the world is a nonviolence revolution. Now, the beautiful thing is, as an American, I am a pioneer of civil rights leaders. It's such a beautiful blessing now to know that my household taught me some of the things that we can use relevant today. On May the 14th, we celebrated 60 years of the freedom riders who actually initiated the civil rights movement. Because when we look at the SDG goals of inclusive societies and making sure that we all have nonviolence, but we're also able to have a voice, we look at the civil rights movement, and we're working on a platform through our movie, Son of the South, that actually was screened at the 60th anniversary of the Freedom Riders. That again, the Freedom Riders movement is now what people are using around the world to have nonviolence movements. Now, what I'll do right now, before I continue speaking, is I would like to show the trailer of our film. It's actually directed by two-time Oscar nominee, Barry Alexander Brown, and also Spike Lee is the executive producer of this film. I'm very proud to be the communications director, and also we've been working so hard every week doing campaigns to teach the world through film, we can make a voice. So I'll let the audience see our film now. Trailer.
June 22nd, 1961. Can you recall your earliest memories of race?
You grab that bat and you do what's right.
I don't think so.
This is in your blood. All right, this is where you belong, boy.
Montgomery's a pretty town.
With a pretty ugly side to it.
Get out of here!
I was in a riot and I walked right through it, unharmed.
What is the point you're trying to make?
Maybe I could go around college campuses talking to students about the Negro cause.
What the hell do you think you're doing?
Son, I'm starting to wonder if you are aware of the poison in the apple that you have bitten into.
You know this movement is about more than just voting rights. We're trying to change the world.
You want to jeopardize your whole life for some grand principle?
Isn't that what they're doing?
Some of these old boys around here, they really mean to do you some harm.
Oh, I bet you ain't happy you came to Montgomery now, boy.
So what's gonna happen next?
Let's start a revolution.
We continue on.
Let's start a revolution now. Won't break and we won't back down.
But we're still breathing.
It's feeling too strong. We've been down for too long. What you supposed to do when everybody wants you gone?
You gotta draw the line somewhere.
You stop right now.
They're gonna kill him.
Yeah, this is for the memory. All my people next to me. They could take our lives, but they'll never take a legacy.
There's gonna come a time when something really bad happens, and you're gonna have to decide which side you're on. Not choosing is a choice.
Let's start a revolution. Let's start a revolution. Let's start a revolution now.
We hold the moral high ground.
Ain't you supposed to be nonviolent now?
I'm having a real big problem with that right now.
Can't stop us now. Oh,
Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, so this is one of the key solutions that our organization is doing to actually show the world that this movement with civil rights, so we're going to bring it all around the world, from America to the United Kingdom to Africa, just to show that we all can be included. Now, when we looked at 2019, we have Royal Highnesses from Africa, and it's so important for the children who come from Africa, such as myself and our ancestries, to connect to Africa. So in 2019, during the Cannes Film Festival, we brought many Africans and indigenous people to Cannes, highlighted films and purpose. That's also when I received my African name, Ademi Basi, and I'm very proud of this. Part of the work that we have to do with diversity and inclusion is to make sure that all cultures, races, creeds are united. And so one of the things as a royal that is my obligation is to make sure that our heritage and our stories are told before other people tell our stories. And so through that, we're creating a body of work called Royal Empires Unite that's also speaking about African royalty, that yes, your Royal Highness, the Queen mentioned earlier today, is still relevant today and very important. And we see this with my friend who passed away, Chadwick Baldwin, and the movie Black Panthers. So we want to have the documentations to support this. So I'll also show you the next trailer of some of the work that we're doing with the organization.
It's a part of a movement to bring about a better quality of life for all, especially the younger generation.
Not knowing colors, not knowing nationalities,
She's actually amalgamating everyone into one.
Receiving this recognition is very important because we're in an era where we can't control our past, but we can dictate our future.
Well, I would like to thank the organizers of this event, and I just wish everyone the best. And just know that we can come together in peace and love. We will achieve the Sustainable Development Goals, specifically to SDG 16. And we can do that with diversity, inclusion, but most important, using the platform of media and the arts to share our story in a way that can create peace. So I really appreciate being here today, and I hope that the work that I've contributed in society is adding value to everyone watching today. Thank you very much.